Formal charges have been filed against an Anderson man in connection with the deadly shooting of an Elwood police officer. The court documents detail some of what happened after the shooting, including information the suspect FaceTimed his parents and girlfriend. It also detailed what police found when they searched his business. This is not the original article. This is, of course, after they've did their due diligence. So if it's anything left out, I'll rehash it or anything for people not familiar with this particular story. Around 2 a.m. Sunday, Elwood officer Noah Shahnavaz was conducting a traffic stop near the intersection of State Road 37 and County Road 1100 North in Madison County. The last radio transmission that Officer Shahnavaz would make indicated that the driver of the vehicle he pulled over had a gun. What were you chuckling about, Jason? I'm sure the same thing
it wasn't
chuckled about.
Well, it was
the 2 a.m.
No, it was. I saw a picture of the guy who he pulled.
Hold on. Well, just to stop right there, it's strange that you pull smart at 2 o'clock in the morning by yourself.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's strange as we get more into this story. A court document filed in the same case said officers arrived to find Officer Shahnavaz, I'm probably saying his name wrong, and still in his patrol car, weapons still in his holster. The windshield and the driver's side window were damaged by gunfire. What? I gotta talk about it. I'll go where I forget. You pull him over. You're the one pulling over. Why is he getting out? When you pull somebody over, when a police officer pulls somebody over, I'm sure he's in the back. So he should see every move he makes. So you sat there, you watched him walk to you with a gun, you radioed that in without unholstering your gun. Keep that in mind. Responding officers conducted life-saving measures until EMS could arrive. Officer Shahnavaz was flown to an Indianapolis hospital where he was pronounced dead of multiple gunshot wounds. The document states that due to severe trauma, the number of times that he was shot is unclear. Severe trauma is you count the bullet holes. He was allegedly responsible or had some semblance of life when you got there. So, and y'all out here working on him for him not to be dead on the way in Indianapolis, or was he already dead? A Hamilton County Sheriff deputy heard of the shooting and saw the suspect's vehicle going 70 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone. What catches me on here is, and they may speak on it, but how did he hear about the shooting when the last transmission was he has a gun? You out in rural areas, 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if you've been up in Elwood on 37. These are very rural areas. No, there's no lights. The only people up are cows who got to go pee. The deputy went to stop the vehicle, but the driver fled. Deputies tried to stop the vehicle with stop sticks, disabling the driver's side tire. Still, the driver went on. Very resilient. Documents state that Fisher police tried pit maneuvers on the vehicle multiple times before it stopped. Police took Carl Roy Webb Boards II into custody and found a handgun in possession and a rifle with a high-capacity magazine on the driver's seat. There's always a high-capacity rifle there. Carl Roy Webb Boards is somebody I've known since I was a child. Always been off to me. Always seemed weird. Always look like you look at a corner of his eyes. And if they don't highlight some of the things, I'm going to highlight them for you as we go on. Police tried to get a statement from Boards, but the document stated that he did not wish to provide one. The document states an Indiana State Police detective spoke with his family, who told them that Boards called them on FaceTime while he was fleeing law enforcement. His girlfriend also said he called her while he was fleeing. I don't understand how the police work in certain situations, but if you have the suspect basically red-handed, why do you go and talk? Like, why are you still trying to build a case? Why are you going to talk to his mother or his father or his girlfriend? I don't know the intricacies of how this works, but I watched a lot of SVU or SUV, whatever.
First 48, too.
Definitely. Police continue their investigation, leading them to a Marion barbershop that Boards on. Investigation. What are you investigating? You have him, unless there's more to it. And I'm a conspiracy theorist. And there will be conspiracy theories coming out of here once I'm finished. The document states when detectives got there, a man told them that Boris was at the barbershop nearly every day, even sleeping there sometimes. What time does this take place that somebody's there to say, oh, yeah, he be here, he be asleep? Listen to what else they say he said. The man also told police that Boris mentioned he was a member of the Black Hebrew Israelites. The document states that the man told police that Boris made a recorded song making statements that if he ever was caught by the police, that he would kill them. This is a random person that you're going up to. The police going up to you. I told Maurice, shout out to Maurice. Maurice sent me this article, told me that Carl had did this shit. I looked at his Facebook page. He had things to let you know that he subscribed to the ideology that we are the Hebrew Israelites, that we are the true people of the book. As soon as Maurice told me that, I said, oh, that's what they're going to highlight. Then I told them they're going to call it Black Hebrew Israelites because that's what they say when they're trying to call disparagingly. Yep. They never say Black Christian. They never say Black Muslim. They never say Black Baha'i faith. But they do that with this. And I told Maurice that this it's so basic and so predictive on how they do this that I told him that it was going to come about. What bothers me is that you allegedly found somebody who said that he has a barbershop. And the person just volunteers the information that he's a Black Hebrew Israelite. And he also said that if he get caught doing what? If he get caught by the police, he gonna shoot him. There was no person there. They haven't talked to anybody. I'll guarantee you that. The detective searched the barbershop, finding an area that appeared to be where Boris slept. The document states that police found a loaded high-capacity magazine along with flyers and pamphlets that appear to be consistent with the Black Hebrew Israelite philosophy.
They trying to make this on some terrorist shit.
When you read the ADL description, that's how they consider it. They consider Black identity extremists. That's what they consider Israelites. And newsflash, all the Israelites are Black. So there's nothing of note there. What it conflicts with is the truth that the people who in the land now are not true Jews or Israelites.
I like this report. I mean, I like this quote from that. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I've been in the truth or the knowledge of who we are for probably about 6 years. I was blessed by the Most High to open my eyes up and let me know who He was. Very, very blessed. Not lucky, not fortunate, blessed. He opened my eyes up. I've yet to see pamphlets or literature. You see these different camps out on the streets and things like this, and even though they are heralded as some kind of violent people, they say they cuss people out, but they don't exude or exemplify a violent culture. They don't go out here terrorizing white people. But we'll go further. It's hard for me to wonder what information he had that had the quote unquote philosophy and another high capacity
said it came from the rifle. ADL. You talking about the Hebrew Israelite philosophy and shit?
No, they saying that was his. Like they say they had pamphlets and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying. Oh, okay.
The ADL, which it says here, who are the Black Hebrew Israelites? The Anti-Defamation League provided some background information about the quote-unquote Black Hebrew Israelites in the 2019 report. There are many sects which refer to themselves with variations of the name Black Hebrew Israelites. Anybody who refers to themselves as Black Hebrew Israelites are pawns. They damn near some COINTELPRO agents. Don't nobody run around calling themselves Black Hebrew Israelites. When the people say that, they say it disparagingly. They say it with a wink. The so-called, they do things like that. The variations. There are camps. There are different camps and stuff, but I'll get more into that a little bit later. Some, but not all, are outspoken anti-Semites and racists. What they call anti-Semite is saying that those aren't biblical Jews. Those aren't hysterical Israelites. And there are other quote-unquote so-called Semites or Shemites, people who descend from Shem, who attest to this. If you ever get a chance to read Arthur Kessler, I can't pronounce his name, but he was a so-called Jew who identified the fact that they are Khazarian converts. They're not real, but these people didn't live in the land before 1948 as a group. They were never identified as Israelites. You was about to say something?
No, go ahead. I forgot.
And they say racist. What they call racist or black supremacy is you saying I'm not a nigger, I'm not a coon, I'm not a jigaboo, I'm not a slave, I'm not an African American, I'm not an African, I'm an Israelite. That's racist, and it messes up with the constructs of the American society or the worldwide society where we are a dependent people. When you know exactly who you are, it makes you independent of your oppressor because you start reaching for higher things. You have a higher level of self-respect for yourself well, if you think that your history started in America and you was creating peanut butter and stoplights, it's not as powerful as knowing that you are the descendant of a literal king lineage, King David, priestly tribes, you know what I'm saying? Influential people who at one time dominated the earth and will again. It's way more advantageous for the system to convince you that you need to be accepted here, as opposed to that you need to lead the world. You see what I'm saying? So when you start going against that, it causes a rift. You know what I'm saying? So they try to figure out ways to get you.
They definitely trying to marginalize that shit, like it's the Nation of, like how they do Nation of Islam niggas.
Definitely.
I'm like, nigga, they still practicing the same shit. You can't
to that point though,
away from a motherfucker.
With the Nation of Islam or any other particular religious sect group or whatever, they have a hierarchy in leadership. You destroy the head, the body falls. Our head is the Most High and his agent Yahusha, the Messiah. Unless you can kill them, you can't do nothing. Like these false flags and things like this, they cause a rift, but they can't go nowhere. Because what it is, it's the Most High who's in control of it all.
They just gotta hide the shit, that's all.
Definitely. It should be emphasized that the extremist or anti-Semitic sects of black Hebrew Israelites are unrelated to the thousands of black Jews and other Jews of color in the U.S. who are genuine members of the Jewish faith.
They funny though. They basically just said they hate themselves. Anti-Semitic.
Yeah. This is what they saying though. They saying genuine. Like they think they the authority of history. So they say these people actually feel like in the ADL, I think it's a Jewish ran organization. They say the actual or the black Jews. What they talking about? They talking about the Igbo Jews or the bloodline Jews who end up moving to Israel and they get discriminated against, or they're forced to convert to Judaism. They don't get to live out the scriptures as the Most High intended, but you had to conform to their fake shit, for the lack of a better word. It's so much I go into, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to zoom through here. And people who read this, not knowing the historical values of the things that a bunch of people actually know what's going on, they'll never listen to me. They're going to go to this because it seems official. And then when you attach a person who's killing police to it, it makes it look real wicked, right? So I'm going to go on. It says they're not genuine members of the Jewish faith. We're not, but we're not Jewish. Ish implies like, childish, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, blackish.
Not exactly, but similar too.
Yeah. Furthermore, they should not be confused with the Ethiopian Jews who mostly live in Israel today. They don't even want those.
I was about to say, I thought that was interesting. Oh, you gonna claim the Ethiopian?
And they deport some of them. They go over there calling niggers and stuff. They don't like us. Anti-Semitic black Hebrew Israelites assert that white people are agents of Satan. Jews are liars and false worshippers of God, and the blacks are the true, quote-unquote, chosen people and are racially superior to other ethnicities. We are a chosen people. I don't think that white people are agents of Satan, but Jews, or the so-called Jews, the Khazarians, are actual false, and they worship Satan.
But that statement even implies that for you to try to disprove all that about us implies that you assume that about yourself. You just said you basically just said like y'all not superior to us, we superior.
Basically. Hey, if we conform or assimilate with anybody's okay with it. But if we say we chosen, then it's bothersome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand that where there's smoke, there's fire. So if they're agitated, they're agitated for a reason. The Anti-Defamation League goes on to note that not all Black Hebrew Israelite organizations are anti-Semitic or extremist. We're the descendants of Shem, so that's even an oxy.
Who is
the
ADL? Shit.
It's a Jewish. It's a Jewish organization.
All right.
The Southern Poverty Law Center does not recognize the overall movement as a hate group. However, it lists dozens of groups within the movement as hate groups. The group came to public eye in December 2019 when two people attacked a kosher market in Jersey City.
Oh God!
The store owner was a detective. The ADL says there are reports that the shooters may have been members of the movement. This shit ain't gonna ever attach itself though, because the Most High, what he's doing, he's about to redeem us. We ain't gonna let his name keep getting dirty up
at all.
And that's what they want to do. Before the shooting, the document states that Boer had a significant criminal history, which includes a conviction 16 years before this shooting after he shot at police officers. He also has convictions of battery with deadly weapon, possession of cocaine, possession of a firearm by a serious violent felon, resisting law enforcement, carrying a handgun without a license, possession of a controlled substance, and criminal recklessness. In this case, the Madison County prosecutor officer formally charged Boer with murder, 2 counts of resisting law enforcement, and serious violent felon in possession of firearm. The prosecutor also filed a habitual enforcement enhancement and felony firearm enhancement. The office is seeking a life sentence without parole. Contrary to most beliefs, most reports said they was talking about the death penalty.
Damn.
Something else what they not talking about, which I just found out. Carl had made a post talking about how he killed his own father because his father didn't show him love. I ain't know he had killed his father.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you where I want to go.
Carl? Sound like Sling Blade, nigga.
On everything. Where I want to go though, man. I'm not gonna go into it as much as I was because for the sake of time, and I could be here all night. There's so many things, so many variables that's going on to this that just stand out, and it's like they just playing. And when I mean playing, it's like they just putting stuff in your face. Carl's 42, a variation of 6. The officer's 24, a variation of 6. They said that there were 36 rifle casings on the road. 366. It's all, man, in the numbers and stuff. And it's crazy because people, they won't get it. They won't understand. They said that he was a driver of a 2012 Buick LaCrosse. 12 divided by 2, 6. 2 plus 1 is 3 times 2 is 6. This shit be sounding crazy, man. It sounds crazy even as I'm saying the shit. But he's shooting with a rifle. And they don't know how many times he got shot because of the trauma. What kind of high-power rifle lets you survive this shit? How are you getting shot through the glass and you don't even unholster your pistol?
They trying to say he shot him. Maybe he just got hit in the same spot too many times. You know,
the same hole.
Yeah, next to it. You know, it just widened it up, and they like that looked like one big hole, man. Well, we know he didn't get shot one time.
Oh fuck. So I'm gonna go here real quick, and this is as far as I'm gonna go on this shit. And they say he had an AK. That's crazy.
They say he had an AK.
Yeah, but
wasn't a good day.
Not at all. What really gets me, and this is he had all these arrests for the same thing. There was a behavior problem. It was a pattern. You like guns, you like drugs. 2 things that don't mix, especially if mental illness is in here. And when I say mental illness, I'm not talking about the fashionable, cool mental illness.
Hey, mental health is real.
I'm talking about, obviously.
What does that
Between
mean?
him and the cheerleader, something's wrong with black men. Yeah. But what I'm saying, though, is that I believe in MK Ultras. I believe in programming. And I believe in sacrifices. The short version of me is to believe that when he was going in and out of jail, that he was being like, if I wish I had the kind of access where I can get the psychology records. He's like I guarantee he's been in some kind of psychiatric care.
Yeah, after,
and I believe he's under some kind of program. And I believe that the young boy who got killed, which is an unfortunate event, 24 years, I believe is a sacrifice. You out here like, who in the fuck puts a battery in your back to stop somebody on a rural road at 2:00 in the morning? Like, what are you thinking? And then for you to have him pull over, your antenna should be up. Why? How does he get out and where? For one, I don't know how Elwood police or whatever. I'm sure the Elwood police, but they don't have body cam. They don't have dash cams. We should have. I guarantee they have a dash cam. They should. And like, why don't you have the recording of him getting out? And these things go viral. They go public. And at some point, I'm hoping that it will, just to kill my thoughts, to make me feel like I want to feel crazy. I want to be crazy in this situation.
Just at least one time.
So show me him getting out, walking up to you, and you not getting out. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Why the last thing he got a gun? It don't even make sense. Then
protect yourself, nigga.
Once you light him up, you saying I'm holding court in the street. It's nothing. Nobody going. You call your mother. You call your girlfriend. They're not saying what he said to him. I'm wondering if he said something like some crazy shit going on. Somebody was out here shooting at the police and they saying I did. Or I just blacked out and I shot this motherfucker. I don't know what's going on. They doing all this pit maneuver. You got a high power rifle. Your life is already in shambles. You know what you done. You know where you been. You know they're going to get to hit you with the bitch. Why not fuck it up? Why not just shoot them? Why not go out? Why not hold court in the street? My next prediction. They're going to suicide him. They're going to suicide him. They're going to string him along just enough to highlight the so-called Black Hebrew Israelite connection. Nobody's talking mental health right now. This is a person who clearly wasn't stable in his mind or his thoughts. Mental health, nip it in the bud. You see he unstable. Well, I want to see the last person he went to the barbershop. He's pouring his heart out to. Is he sleeping there talking about he's a Black Hebrew Israelite? I want to hear the song where he said, "Fuck the police, I'm gonna kill them if they get me." I don't want to see this surface level evidence.
Why was he at the barbershop? Like this nigga, when you see the nigga hair, like he ain't a barber, and he don't look like he get haircuts. Unfortunately, so I'm like, I can't believe that.
Another case of Blanca, but he did have a barbershop though.
He owned the barbershop.
Yeah, he owned it.
Oh, okay.
But he don't look like he cut hair, as you said.
Okay, I was like, something ain't right.
And they do have video footage of him being apprehended. You see my police talk? That's the first thing. I think that's the first time I ever used apprehended in a real life scene.
Apprehended.
But I'm telling you, man, you can see a lot in a person's eyes and stuff. They had that glossy look, like they just snapping out or something. I wonder if he's been debriefed. I wonder if he's been debriefed. Has anybody came to him and shit? They go in there, they snap their fingers and shit. If he say he don't remember this shit, know that I'm right.
Definitely. If he starts to say definitely, that's 100,000% correct.
Yeah,
you gonna remember some shit like that.
And that's how it always happened. If you ever look at any alleged shooters of these instances, they usually always black out.
You always see him in handcuffs with their hands.
And I don't understand how he didn't get shot. Like, why they didn't kill him? Like, why? If there's ever a chance to kill somebody, or you know what I'm saying, this was it.
He was coming right for me.
This was it. Y'all could have got away with murder.
You definitely hate y'all missed one.
Yeah. I don't for one, I 1,000,000,000% don't dispute the fact that he killed this young man. I don't dispute that at all. What I do dispute is the details. It's just, come on, man. I don't even think you've seen this shit. I'm gonna be playing this on the video, but just check him out, man. Like it can't just be me. I can't be the only person who thinking past like the conventional thoughts. Do he look like a motherfucker who just lit a motherfucker up and shit on a rural road and shit at 2:00 in the morning? It just don't look right. Not in my opinion. He don't look like he there, do it.
Nah, not at all. And they gonna say it was drugs for sure.
Definitely. I'm saying it's drugs. It's just not the physical drugs that they want to attach to it. I think it's mental. You know what I'm saying? Some old psychotics. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that I'm not right. I just want to be proved wrong. I'm not saying these are infallible thoughts, but it's so predictable. I told Maurice, like, soon as I was reading it, I said they're going to highlight the fact that he's quote unquote a black Hebrew Israelite. It's the low hanging fruit. And whatever they try to do, it's not going to happen. Like, even their lies never beat the truth.
Hey, y'all halfway know the nigga. Like, was he in any other groups?
As far as what?
Like, was he in a car club or ever in any other group?
I ain't seen Carl in a long time.
That you had ever known in his lifetime. Was he a part of any other group?
Carl, one of them people, like, everything just went haywire one time. It's not somebody who was a troublemaker when he was small. Nah, but I don't know. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, but I don't know him personally and stuff. No, it's like recovery and no shit like that. Gotcha. But it's weird, and we're gonna watch how it play out.
I'm like, they would not have been like he was a part of the Cutlass Car Club, and he was plotting on killing the officer with his car conspirators.
And it's always they've been programming us where they talking about the police can use or the courts can use your lyrics against you. Play me the song. I want to see if it's a banger.